Democrats who have come from all parts of Uganda, come and save me. From those who have been fighting me. And they are fighting me
Mao is facing a lot of resistance from within the DP. This was shown during the National Delegate Conference when Mao arrived and people started chanting slogans attacking him. We all know that one of the most difficult things is to unseat the party president. It is, especially in Uganda, like a party like DP, it is very hard. Okay? So, the battle was between Norberr Mao and Richard Ssebamala, but the constitution dropped out Richard Ssebamala because for you to be a president general, at least you would have been a member of party for the last 10 years. Richard Ssebamala was making 10 years in September. So I think even the delegate conference was fixed to throw out Richard Ssebamala. So when Norberr Mao was campaigning for his presidential candidature, the people opposed him even in the room. In fact, by face value, no one would come out to say that Norberr Mao is going to win the election by face value. But we all know the gymnastics being played is partly, I think, the reason as to why he even visited SALEH is to get some extra support so that in the National Delegate Conference, if he calls for backup, army and police, it can come in to rescue. And indeed, it came when things were tough. So in this episode, I've come to talk about the terrain and the opposition which is being faced by Norberr Mao in the DP, what it means for our politics, and most importantly, the certain materials we can learn from the politics of our nation. But before I do this, I want to let you know that if you're new to this channel, please subscribe. And if you're watching this video from a different platform, please head on to YouTube, type in Sula Mawagali. There's a lot of content of this nature. If geopolitics and economics is what you want, this will be definitely the right channel for you to subscribe to. First of all, DP had a stronghold in Uganda. It's the reason as to why almost 70% of MPs from the DP, almost 80, came from Uganda. Okay? And DP is an opposition party. Mao decided to join the government without putting the entire organs of the party on board. But because of politics, he decided to do so. I did a video on that. So when he was campaigning for his presidential position, he got bored in the audience. On the festival, you clearly see that Norberr Mao has lost favor within the DP. Even me, who wished DP good, because I've always wished DP good. When I saw the pictures with him and SALEH before the National Delegate Conference, okay, it sent a message. You know, some things in politics, even if someone doesn't come out to speak, they are done to send messages to your competitor. Before the National Delegate Conference, Norberr Mao met SALEH. So it was a message being sent to the contenders that, look, I have the backing of the state. And this was seen because during chaos, the police and the army was involved. Before I proceed, I want to play a tape when Norberr Mao was being booed amid his campaign. Here's the tape.
Democrats who have come from all parts of Uganda, come and save me. From those who have been fighting me. And they are fighting me because I am fighting for you. You are the soldiers of democracy. You are the soldiers from opportunism and from unnecessary conflict. The Bible says a house divided against itself cannot stand.
is Norberr Mao. So you clearly see that Norberr Mao would want to die with DP. In fact, DP is only matchstick, because with DP he can negotiate his way again to government. In the most unlikely event Museveni comes back as president, he used it to negotiate so that he can get a ministerial position. But do you know what it means, that going in a position when almost all your members of parliament are not in agreement? Because DP has seven members of parliament, if I'm not mistaken, 7 or 9. Almost all of them never allowed him to go in the government. They brought a conundrum. That's why I keep on telling people that the constitutional lawyers should come out and speak about this thing in parliament. How come a certain member of DP can be in executive, yet other members are in the opposition? So you clearly see that the DP never followed him. That's why even during the National Delegate Conference, they came out hard to battle him. They booed him. Okay? To an extent that it reached at a point when the police was invited to first throw the delegates out. Some of the delegates, which are known supporters of other candidates, were blocked from voting. Let me also play you the tape when the police was inside. Here's the tape.
Wetwogerera poliisi etuwambye esazeeko ekifo batugobye ffenna. Ffenna batugobye, poliisi etuwambye esazeeko ekifo kyonna. Byebyo ebiriwo essaawa zino. Bwe bategedde nti bye tukola bya mu mateeka, ne basalawo batuwambe.
That is the National Delegate Conference of Norberr Mao and DP. So you clearly see that Norberr Mao has lost touch and favor in the Democratic Party. But of course, he would want so much to retain it so that he can use it as a bargaining chip. In areas where DP had a stronghold, like in Uganda, nobody now wants to use its card. At least even those who use its card. Okay? Even those who want to use its card don't come out to support Mao. Like in the last election, all members of parliament who were on the DP ticket ended up supporting Bobby Wine, because there is no is a weak leader. To an extent that even his party president, Mukasambi, that's why I look at these people and I see hypocrisy. Even Mukasambi, Reno declared support for Kyagulanyi. He came out to declare support for Kyagulanyi, your own vice president. At least there are some people who must hold the positions, and you die with your candidate. If you are vice president of a party, if your president stands at least die with him on the ballot. I would blame less for other members of parliament who don't hold high office in the party. But a vice president ended up supporting Robert Kyagulanyi, because Kyagulanyi, of course, was more stronger. Because Norberr Mao had some ego, he decided to also stand because of ego. Norberr Mao has always stood, getting handfuls of votes to fulfill his ego, because he feels like he doesn't want to Besigye, he doesn't want Bobby Wine. And for me, I keep on telling people that how I wish that opposition leaders who stood in the presidential election, at least they will bring their home areas as a vote block to the opposition. But whenever they stand, even their home areas don't vote for them. Look at Amuriat stood. Teso was won by Robert Kyagulanyi Sentam. Kumi was won almost by 65% by Museveni. Okay? Norberr Mao also stood. Guru and other areas were defeated. Actually, areas were defeated by General Kaguta Museveni. At least if you stand, bring your strongholds so that you can reduce the votes of General Kaguta Museveni. But standing just to fulfill your ego is also a mistake. Of course, that's my opinion. Do make much by commenting about this. Thank you very much for listening in. If this is your first time on this YouTube channel, I implore you to subscribe, like, and comment so that I can be motivated to do more of such videos. I remain Mr. Makindi. Kawi Sulaiman Mawagari.
Kusaba chimuze mpala na bulungi. Ava mpala na bulungi. Nange benjagala obulungi.